ABC 6 News 11 at 11 starts right now.
Now at 11:60, pit bulls rehabbing in Massachusetts. The reason why they had to be removed from their owner.
Plus, he's a Hall of Famer. Ian Steele joins us later in the show with the glitz and glam of Tom Brady's big day in Foxborough. And Jeff is tracking the forecast.
We've got quiet stuff tonight and tomorrow, but we are going to be tracking thunderstorms later this week. A heat wave is, looming large for us as well across southern New England. Oh yeah, Father's Day weekend. That's a pretty important one. We'll get to all that coming up in just a bit.
We'll get to Jeff and those stories shortly, but first tonight at 11, we are tracking developing news out of Providence. A motorcycle and SUV collided tonight right at the intersection of Thurbers and Prairie Avenues. This is video from the scene posted to our Now local news app. That motorcycle was badly damaged. The SUV's windshield broken. No word yet on the condition of either driver. As we learn more, we'll update you on air, online, and on our Now local news app. Now to our top story tonight at 11, a remarkable reversal for a young mother in Warwick who wanted to walk across the graduation stage with her baby. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm John DeLuca.
And I'm Tiffany Murphy. When we first brought you this story last night, Warwick schools told that mom it was students only. But as ABC 6 News anchor Alyssa Azara tells us, an 11th hour exception was in the cards.
Valerie Marie Landry.
Cheers from the crowd Wednesday afternoon as Valerie Landry receives her diploma from Pilgrim High School, and doing so while holding her son, Grayson.
I feel amazing. I don't even know. I don't have words to explain. I'm so happy.
Valerie was previously told by Warwick schools that she was not allowed to walk at graduation with Grayson, who she had during her junior year when she was 16 years old. But last minute, Valerie says the principal changed his mind.
He really came to the realization that it's my day and that it should be what I want and it's not anybody else's day, and I get to do. He let me do what I wanted to do, and it's the proudest moment of my life.
She graduated with high honors and as a varsity athlete. She says the commencement is something she'll never forget.
I got to share the best moments of my life with my son, and can't wait for the future.
A high school graduation is often thought of as the moment you really start your life and enter into the real world. For Valerie, reality hit sooner, and it wasn't an easy journey to get that diploma. Her message for anyone going through something similar: never give up.
Keep pushing no matter how hard it gets. It's the best thing that could ever happen in life, and don't let anybody put you down.
Valerie would like to work for Electric Boat or go to trade school in the future. Reporting for ABC 6 News, I'm Alyssa Azara.
All right, now to the Celtics in their quest for Banner 18. They are now just one win away from reaching that after taking Game 3 tonight on the road in Dallas. Nicky Coy, the Plymouth coach, joins us now on the desk. You know it's a big deal. We're talking sports right off the top, and that was a back-and-forth game. But what about Jaylen Brown? What about Tatum? They came through when they had to.
Yeah, your big two came through. I think that's exactly the way to put it, John. And I thought that third quarter was masterful, the way that they played on both ends. Jaylen Brown, obviously, we'll show you in a second, had the huge slam.
It's awesome.
And just really the way though, that I think the biggest thing is they showed poise tonight, because that fourth quarter, the Mavericks punched back. They knew falling down 3-0 in a series is a treacherous thing. And the Celtics remained poised. They still made the plays down the stretch. They never let Dallas get into the lead. And here they are now, just one win away from a title, which is just wild. Yeah. All right, let's show you the highlights from this game tonight. No Kristaps Porzingis, out with that left leg injury, so the Celtics trying to take a 3-0 series lead on the road without the big man. Game back and forth until the third quarter when the Celtics take control. Here it is, Jaylen Brown. Woo! The wow bucket of the game, big slam. He had 15 points in the stanza. The Celtics would lead by as much as 21 in the fourth. The Mavs on the ropes, though, throwing their punches back. Kyrie Irving, the jumper here, part of a 22-2 run by Dallas to get the game within one. A heck of a rally. Irving with 35 points of the night, but the Celtics weathering that storm, and Boston clean to that 2-point lead. That is Brown coming up with a huge jumper, part of a 30-point performance for him. Tatum had 31. Celtics hang on to win Game 3, 106-99, taking the commanding 3-0 series lead, and Boston now sits just one win away from Banner 18. They'll have a chance to clinch it. Game 4 set for 8:30 on Friday night. No team in NBA history has ever rallied from a 3-0 series deficit in the postseason. And guys, the Celtics now, in the postseason, 7-0 on the road. They have not lost away from TD Garden, so obviously that bodes well for them.
Well, I mean, you get great performances on the offensive end from your two stars, but how about holding Dallas again under 100 points? That's
Huge.
3 games in a row. You've held that high-powered team, and Luka Doncic fouling out certainly helped. But you hold that team under 100 points, my goodness.
Defensive end, that's what it is, John. And I think when you're going back and forth in the first half, you know, sometimes guys are making shots, whatever. Kyrie obviously looked a little bit more comfortable in his own home environment, not getting heckled by C's fans tonight. But that third quarter, I think that's when the defense locked in. And then the last few minutes, Luka's off the floor. They can lock in a little bit more. And again, they're getting it done on both ends because I think that shot by Brown, it just keeps showing the maturity from these guys. I mean, the growth, we're seeing it before our eyes. And now, here we go, 48 minutes for a title.
Well, they did not panic. And what do you expect on Friday night? I mean, you got to get the best from Dallas again. Did you ever think we'd be talking about a sweep?
I didn't think so. I think I said Celtics in 6. I respected Dallas, and I respected their 2 stars, but they have a chance to bring out the brooms again, which would be huge. So we'll see. It could be a 16-2 postseason for the Celtics, which would be unbelievable.
Incredible.
Yeah.
We'll see you in just a few minutes.
Okay.
More sports coming up. We have a lot to talk about tonight in the Sportscast,
Yes, we
so
do.
we'll see you. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thanks.
Before we move on from sports, so here's our question of the day. Do you have a game day superstition or ritual? Yes, I stick to it every day. No, I don't believe in that stuff. Or only for the playoffs. You can cast your vote by scanning the QR code on your screen or head to abc6.com/spotlight. You know who else was watching the game tonight? Our own chief meteorologist, Jeff Banson. We'll get to him in just a second. First, let's check out this picture posted by Tammy on our Now Local News app of this stunning sunset tonight at Gooseneck Cove. She says the geese were out there enjoying a leisurely evening. Thanks for sending this in, Tammy. Jeff, I don't think you were yelling about the weather earlier tonight, were you?
No, I mean, that's a good thing, because if I'm yelling about the weather, you guys should be scared. You guys should be worried over there. And I hope to not be doing that anytime soon. But we do have some stuff to talk about for the end of the week before what looks to be yet another fantastic weekend. Currently, we're looking at temperatures in the 60s. It's really comfortable out there this evening. The humidity is low right now. Another night where I think we can afford to not use the AC. Mostly clear skies. We'll be dropping to a low of around 58 by tomorrow morning. So, yeah, it could be a little stuffy in some of the, rooms that don't get good ventilation, things like that. But you open up the window, get a little airflow. It is going to be very, very cool and comfy by tomorrow morning. We are looking at a warm day across the area. 82 in Burrowville, 80 in Foster, over to Fall River, 78. We'll be at 82 degrees or thereabouts here in Providence. Could get as high as 84 in places like Brockton, down towards Taunton. And then you can see you start to get into the 70s as you get into South County, over towards Buzzards Bay and out to Cape Cod. It's going to be very lovely tomorrow, but it will be more humid again, so it's certainly a good reason to go down to the beach. Watching the possibility for a few strong storms late in the day on Friday into Friday night. That is going to, again, set us up for a gorgeous weekend and much more comfortable air coming in for Dad this weekend. I think that's a gift in and of itself right there. But the heat is back on in a much bigger way next week. A heat wave is possible for our area. By the book, a heat wave is 3 days in a row of 90 degrees or more. So that tells you pretty much all you need to know that we are looking at that possibility. We'll be back with the 7-day. We'll see you in a bit, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Jeff. New tonight on ABC 6 News 11 at 11. Dozens of dogs surrendered to the MSPCA after living in unsanitary and overcrowded conditions. Right now, 60 boxers are recuperating at the shelter after they were surrendered from a property in Essex County where we're told there was those horrible conditions. The MSPCA says it is the largest local dog surrender they have had in nearly a decade. Caring for these boxers could cost upwards of $10 grand. They're not ready to be adopted just yet, but some could be available as early as Monday.
Happening at the State House, the General Assembly approves a bill that allows social workers licensed in other states to practice in Rhode Island. The bill is aimed at bringing more social workers to the state by joining the Interstate Social Worker Compact. An oversight commission would pair social workers licensed in other states with patients here in Rhode Island. Supporters of the bill say enrolling by the state, residents would have an easier time getting access to mental health services, which are difficult to come by at this point.
East Greenwich firefighters responding to this rollover crash this evening. It happened on Route 4 near Middle Road. This is video of the crash posted to our Now Local News app. Officials say that car on your screen rolled over into the woods. No word yet on what caused the crash or the condition of the driver.
Happening tomorrow. The House Finance Committee will vote on legislation that would remove the exemption that allows smoking in casinos. Now, in addition to banning smoking indoors statewide, this bill would also set aside roughly $1 million to help advertise the new smoke-free policy.
Happening across New England tonight. Vermont State Police are investigating after a trooper shot and killed a man in Orange. It happened this afternoon just before 1:30 outside of a home. State police say that trooper was not hurt but was taken to the hospital to be evaluated as a precaution. No other details are being released at this time, and following procedure, the trooper's name will be released tomorrow.
Massachusetts State Trooper Michael Proctor was back on the stand today in the Karen Reed murder trial. But before testimony resumed today, the judge told the jury that one juror had to be excused due to personal reasons. The remaining jury members then heard testimony about Proctor's personal connections to Reed, as well as hearing from other witnesses. In national news tonight at 11, the entire basketball community remembering a true icon of the sport, Jerry West.
Here's ABC's Will Reeve.
Jerry West defined American basketball for more than 60 years.
3, 2 points.
A literal icon. His silhouette became the inspiration for the NBA's logo.
The symbol, baby, the symbol. That's what type of impact Jerry West had.
West excelled at every level. A college star at West Virginia, an Olympic gold medal winner, and an all-star in each of his 14 seasons with the LA Lakers, reaching the NBA Finals 9 times, winning just once. In 1969,
West stops for a 20-footer. It's good.
West named the first ever Finals MVP.
Mr. Clutch got it back.
To this day, the only player to win the award from the losing team. A Hall of Fame player, Jerry West went on to coach, then became an executive, building the 1980s Showtime Lakers, starring Magic Johnson, into a dynasty. Later, West bringing in Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and coach Phil Jackson to return the Lakers to glory. Jerry West died today at 86. From his roots in coal country to the pinnacle of the NBA, he was grateful for the journey.
I was a dreamer. My family didn't have much, but we have a clear view of the Appalachian Mountains. I'd sit alone on our front porch and wonder, if I ever make it to the top of that mountain, what will I see on the other side? Well, I did make it to the other side, and my dreams have come true. I've been able to see the sides thanks to that bouncing ball.
That was Will Reeve reporting. Still to come tonight on ABC 6 News at 11, Ian will join us from Foxborough for a look at the best moments from Tom Brady's induction into the team's Hall of Fame tonight.
And Jeff is back with a look at our forecast. Plus, we'd like to hear from you on our Now Local News app. You can scan the QR code on your screen to download the app and start uploading your content. Every time you post, you'll earn points you can exchange for gift cards.
You're watching ABC 6, Southern New England's trusted news source.